Chattanooga Red Wolves play their first match of the new year on Saturday. Here comes Chattanooga now. Puts it in! Finds the back right corner.
You are watching Click Sports. Click to explore the games.
Hi everyone and welcome to Click Sports. My name is Shalom Habu, and without any waste of time, let us jump into our stories for the week. Please, I also want to remind you guys, please do not forget to click the like and the subscribe button and also the notification button. The subscribe button helps you to help our channel grow. The like button helps so that YouTube can keep recommending our videos to you and other people. And also the notification button is just so that you can be notified whenever we make a post. Thank you guys very much. The first story of the week we have in the EPL, English Premier League that is, we have top table toppers Manchester City beating Leeds by 2-1. What do I have to say about this? Well, Gundogan's brace helped City cruise to a narrow 2-1 victory over relegation threatened Leeds. Gundogan struck in the 19th and 27 minutes of the first half as City shot into an early lead in the game. Leeds did pull one back later on at 85 minutes, but it was too little too late to salvage any points. Haaland didn't score, but he gave a good show, and so did a lot of City stars. Bruyne was absent, but it was no issue as City got the job done eventually. City now have a 1-point lead over Arsenal with 82 points from 34 games and also a game in hand over second place Arsenal. In the other game of the weekend, that is in the title race, the other game we saw Arsenal defeat Newcastle by 2-0 away from home. Arsenal delivered a solid performance to keep their title hopes alive in what looked like a slow start to a vital match. The Gunners grabbed the two vital goals to beat top four hopefuls Newcastle. Captain Odegaard scored a beauty to give Arsenal the lead before the very busy and dangerous Martinelli forced an own goal from Fabian Schär in the second half. Arsenal didn't dominate the game for all periods, but both teams did have their own fair share of dominant periods during the game. However, it was Arsenal's efficiency and class that came out on top eventually. You understand? It was also important to mention the accomplished performance from Jorginho, from Xhaka, and the whole defense. Jorginho showed calmness and control, helped keep things ticking in the midfield. Xhaka was busy, provided the energy and leadership, to repel Newcastle's attacks and also help Arsenal win the battle in the midfield. Kiwi, or defender, has been a revelation for Arsenal ever since he came into the lineup, which even begs the question, why didn't Arteta notice this and put him against Liverpool, put him against Southampton, put him against who was it Arsenal lose drop points to West Ham? Why? Why did he have to now lose all those games and then surrender the title to Manchester City before you now put in Kiwi? The guy was solid for Arsenal. He was really efficient. He showed the pace Rob Holding lacks. He was able to recover. He was very assured. We also saw he nearly got the penalty given against him, but thanks to VAR and thanks to good refereeing, we were able to see the decision overturned. So good performance from Arsenal. Let's hope that it helps them some way, somehow, even though the hope is very small. But well, all the best to them. In the top four race, it's a race that looked all but over. Just a matter of weeks ago, the race looked all but over with Newcastle and Manchester United having it all but sealed. But the two teams joining City and Arsenal, Newcastle and Arsenal have started to falter. Manchester United lost, Manchester United lost to West Ham. Brighton were thrashed yesterday 5-1 at home to Everton. That is not good if you want to be chasing, especially now with Liverpool, as Liverpool are now closing the gap. Liverpool have literally closed the gap from nowhere and they are now back in the mix now. So things are not looking all rosy for Newcastle and Liverpool and Manchester United. They have to stay on their toes. They have to stay on their game. If not, Liverpool are going to sneak in. And don't forget, Brighton also have a few games in hand, even though they too are also slipping up. When it looks like they're about to, get there and take it, make the position their own, they falter. So I mean, you understand, after a month of indifferent performances, you understand, Liverpool have strung together 6 wins in a row at the perfect time. And after Sunday saw both Manchester United and Magpies, Newcastle drop points, the table has become intriguingly tight. Liverpool are now just a point behind their rivals from Old Trafford and 3 points behind Newcastle, albeit having played a game more. And lurking in the background with even more games in hand sits Brighton. They were smashed 5-1, like I said earlier. But yeah, that's it for the top 4. In terms of, well, the team just have to, you understand, it's looking interesting. It's not looking like a foregone conclusion for any team today, you understand. Although I'll say Newcastle do have the upper hand and Manchester United do have to worry more about Liverpool, but you can never tell. It's football, you can never tell. So you understand, may the best team get there in the end. In La Liga, we saw Barcelona extend their lead over sloppy Atletico Madrid and Real Madrid with a 1-0 win over Osasuna. A lone goal from Jordi Alba was enough to see Barca keep their title chase in cruise control, with 82 points from 32 games and 12 points from second place Madrid, who sit on 69 points. Barca look like they will be lifting the trophy come the end of the season, and only a huge collapse can stop them. On the flip side, what is going on at Madrid? Another loss to Sociedad, and they've basically given up the title to rivals Barcelona. As this season has been poor for Madrid, I have to say. They've slipped up at wrong periods during the course of the season and basically have no one to blame but themselves for all of this. They may find a way to beat City and eventually win the UCL, but they need to do more in terms of winning the league in Spain, you understand. In recent years, they've done more to win more in Champions League, and yes, the Champions League is more prestigious, but I feel like, personally for me, winning the league shows who the best team is, because it's a game of endurance. You understand? It's a game of week in, week out. You have to be on your game. You have to make sure you're getting the points in the back. So you understand, Madrid for me, I don't think it's a good season for them, especially when Barcelona are giving them a good run. They always seem to falter. I said they only seem to win the league for me in recent years when Barcelona have seemed to like drop off. So Madrid, you understand, get your act together and you understand, beat Manchester City, and also you understand, and pray to God that somehow there is a massive collapse for Barcelona and you can get back into a title reckoning. That's it for football. Let's move to MMA.
You are watching Click Sports. Click to explore the games.
In the world of MMA, we saw UFC bantamweight champion Aljamain Sterling defeat Henry Cejudo in a close bout on Saturday in a grudge match, which also happens to set up a grudge match against rival Sean O'Malley. In the UFC 288 main event, Sterling successfully defended his title against former champion Cejudo in a split decision victory. The bantamweight title bout took place at Prudential Center in Newark, New Jersey. After the fight, O'Malley entered the cage and exchanged words with Sterling. You understand, things turned borderline physical when Sterling's teammate and cornerman Merab Devashili sneakily stole O'Malley's coat, and though he tossed up the coat, there was eventually a face-off, and both guys went back and forth. So I mean, eventually we're going to see these two guys come, you understand, come together in the ring, and you understand, it's a good fight. You understand, me personally, I had Aljamain Sterling defeating Henry Cejudo. You understand, I just feel like the ring rust and being out for so long, you understand, even though Cejudo is the more talented fighter, but Sterling is a champion, he's a hell of a champion, and he might just have been able to find a little edge there. And you saw, you understand, the fight was decided by a slim margin by the judges. It was a split decision, you understand, 2 judges to 1 judge, you understand. So good one for Sterling. I hope he beats Sean O'Malley in the next fight. Me personally, I want Sterling to keep this going because I feel like there's a legend here for us to see. And yeah, all the best to him and all the best to other fighters. That's it, guys, for this week. Thank you guys for tuning in. Please do not forget to like and subscribe again. See you guys next week.